Hey, baby dolls. So if pHEX goes on a big run, would there be big free money opportunity to appear? Yes, there would be. And I'm going to now show you the pHEX price chart. This is it. So if HEX keeps, this is pHEX, right? This is HEX on PulseChain, the better Bitcoin. Now, if this kept running up, let's put on a weekly chart. If let's just say this kept squeezing up at some point, okay? Just go wee, squeezing all the non-believers. That might open up some ratios available. So, of course, the obvious ones are Pulse and PulseX. They would look relatively cheap, but there might be some slingshot leverage there. So the two ones I'm going to show you how eHEX and Icosa, how they could open up. So you can look at this on the eHEX pHEX ratio. So what I've drawn here, I've just drawn this little arrow going down this bottom part. Now, I don't know, it could go down here, go down to negative numbers, which I'm just joking, of course, friends, but it could just go somewhere here. So it can round off and basically come back near here. So it's almost like 10 to 1 or a ratio of like 0.10 or whatever. It can do this. Now, why is this going to be free money? It's because pHEX, if it keeps going up, okay, if the ratio disconnects, pHEX is shooting up as a spear. Think of it like Bitcoin rising up to 100K. You know how the Bitcoin dominance goes up? Yeah, so pHEX's dominance is going up in that case. So once Bitcoin's at 100K, which is like pHEX going up so much, a lot of other things look cheap now. So you have this moment of time to accumulate. And yeah, it will be like buying into BankX's sell war, and it might take some time, but you're getting like very, very, very amazing prices here. So I'm just showing you what it can open up as. Now, I'm going to show you another one as well, Icosa. Icosa can also open up big. This is the Icosa HEX ratio. Now, Icosa, friends, it's already very low on the ratio itself. See down here, but it could just like round off here. So right now, like if let's say it went all the way back down here again, like to 3, like this would be absolutely insane. Up here, you'd get like 10 to 1. Up, imagine back up here, you get 20 times on your HEX if it made a recovery like that again, okay? But you don't know, right? You don't know if that ratio is ever going to go there. Like it could be done now. It could just be zipping around right now. But even still, from here to the top of the ceiling, that is a 9x on your HEX. So you could put in, if you had 1 million HEX, don't do it if you just had 1 million. Let's say you had 10 million HEX. You take 1 million HEX out, you rotate it into Icosa. Now you own Icosa. If the ratio got back to the top, you will now have 10 million HEX, pretty much 9 or 10 million HEX from the 1 million. But you need the ratio to go up. What if it stops halfway? What if it keeps going? These are just your risks, right? But, big buts. It's a different environment to the past 3 years. In the past 3 years, everything was just falling over each other over and over and over again. Oh, pHEX went down, Pulse went down, PulseX went down, everything's going down. Now, it's ratios disconnecting because we're in a bull market mode. That's what you want. Like I said, it's like if Bitcoin goes to 150K. You're like, oh my gosh, this meme coin at 30 million market cap is cheap as hell. Bitcoin's at 3 trillion market cap. You get the point? Compare that to if Bitcoin goes to 150K. Imagine Bitcoin went down to 10K. You're like, oh crap, everything's just going to roll over each other forever. Okay, but this is the bull market part, right? The up part. This is what we want to see. So pHEX going up could send, this is Icosa HEX ratio, could just send this to like grind. And you're like, oh crap, we can't go up. But then eventually what happens is pHEX stops, just like Bitcoin stops. It finds its range where it thinks fair value is. Maybe it's 5 cents, maybe it's 10 cents. Hopefully it's like way higher. But you know, it just stops somewhere. It's got to get all the GTs out, 3, 5 cents. Actually, I'll just show it to you now. You can actually look at it. We'll go back to the pHEX ratio. Just the pHEX chart. You got like, you know, you got a level at 5 cents. You got a level at 12. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe it comes up here, flags, and comes up here. You see around this zone, that's where you might see that action finally stop the squeezing at that point. But that's why I told you, own all of them. You're not really getting squeezed. It's just one thing is just like lagging behind the rest, or a couple of things. Okay, that's why if you have them more, sweet, you win. And don't forget, who loves you? Catch you in the next one.